I didn't realize how dirty this car actually got until I saw my brother washing the G80. This thing is absolutely disgusting. I mean, dude, what is going on here? I admit this has gotten a little out of control. I think the last time I washed this car was about 5 or 6 months ago. Now granted, it's only been driven like 100-ish miles, but still, it's been sitting outside for so long, hasn't been washed. I opened up the hood and this rubber trim made like a Velcro sound coming off of the plastic. I looked at the engine bay, there's dust all over the place. Inside the car, it's disgusting. I mean, this paint might actually just be cooked, dude. Keep in mind, under this layer of dust, this is fresh paint. This car was painted right before we stopped driving it. The only reason why we stopped driving it is because the Northeast winter, this car really didn't serve a purpose in driving it in the snow and whatnot, but the weather is getting a lot nicer, so it's time to bring this thing out of hibernation. I started doing a little bit of work, as you guys can see. Same thing on this side. So basically, I'm just doing a badge delete. From factory, this car comes with badges on both sides, and for some reason, they come with 2 massive holes when you take the badge off. For what reason? I'm not quite sure, but I'm not a fan of it. There are like a gazillion badges on this car from factory. On the outside of this car, there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 badges on the outside of this car. That is way too many badges. We already deleted the first one. It's time to get rid of the quarter panel badges. So what I did is I welded in some little tabs. I filled it over with some fiberglass. I'm gonna sand down the fiberglass today. And then obviously we have to repaint that little section. Same thing with this side. I let the fiberglass dry overnight. Today we're gonna sand and paint, and I definitely have to wash this thing because it is disgusting. Yeah, pull it up. All right, a little bit more. Today is G82 day. Let's get this thing on jack stands and torn apart. This right here is the absolute last thing you want to see before you take your car on a road trip. This is shot, brother. I mean, listen, I could flip them, but do you want to drive across the country on a flip tire that's showing cords? That's the question. All right, update. Passenger side is much, much worse. Yeah, that is cooked, brother. You are done for. All right, so they have these vents here on the front of the car. One to cool whatever that is. Not sure what that is, but this vent is supposed to go directly to the brakes and cool off the brakes while you're driving. But I'm pretty sure that they're not supposed to be filled with leaves. Not doing very much cooling now, is it? Look at that. That's not supposed to be there. One time, really long ago, somebody must have told me that BMWs are overcomplicated, they suck to work on. And I've never wanted a BMW just for that reason, mainly for that reason. I never wanted to own one. I never wanted to work on BMWs, but after working on the G82 and G80, I mean, they're like the simplest cars to work on and everything just makes sense. Yeah, is it over-engineered? Yeah. I mean, you have a massive cooler and a wheel well. Like, I don't know what other car brand can do that, but it works. And it's really not that hard to take apart. I'm itching, boys. I'm itching. If somebody has a G87 and they want to trade for that Z, hit me up. If it's an M2, it has to be manual, but if it's an M4 or an M3, I'll take auto. Ready? Yank that hole out. There we go. Done nicely. Normally when it's my car, I do the explaining, but since it's Bilal's car, he's gonna do the explaining on what we're doing to the G82 today. We got the RGB lights for the DRLs on this car, a new front lip. This one's the Street Fighter front lip, a lot more aggressive than my current lip. Yeah, it actually is. Look at the lips. Yeah, that one sits a lot lower. The new one sits a lot lower, and it's a little bit darker. I should be able to touch the ground. Carbon fiber grills, replacing the regular plastic grills. A lot of carbon fiber. Yeah, a lot of front end. A lot of front end.
I don't know if you guys know, but this car has the carbon fiber edition. So like the roof is
now
the roof is carbon.
Yeah, it has the carbon fiber edition, but now it's the carbon fiber edition plus.
Yeah.
Because we're adding all this carbon fiber. Oh yeah, plus. Basically, these are gonna be able to change whatever colors you want to make them. Honestly, I really don't like any color besides yellow. I don't think any other color is gonna look good.
I like the option of having different colors.
Yeah, you got the option. Look at the leaves. Look at this. Oh my God. So we're doing a bunch of work to the M4 today. We have a week and a half left until the M4 and the Nissan Z are gonna be taking a massive road trip. I mean, we're going all the way from New Jersey to Chattanooga, Tennessee. What is that, like a 14-hour ride, technically? We're not bringing any tools, we're not bringing any spare tires, so we wanna make sure that the cars are dialed in properly. That's why, good thing we checked for the front tires on the M4. We know it needs new tires. Also, the M4 is getting a ton of love today. The M4 is going through like its own little transformation today. On the sidelines, we are working on the Z. Huge shout out to Amanda for grinding out on this thing. Last night, I went ahead and did a little badge delete. Like I told you guys, I actually started filming on this car, and then I decided, I'm like, hey, what's more important? The M4. The M4 is a little more important. But yeah, so on the sidelines, Amanda is working on the Z. Huge shout out to Amanda. And I am helping my brother with the M4. Bilal was also talking about putting strobes on this car. He's got some rock lights that we're gonna have to wire up, and we're gonna put them in the front of the car, in the back of the car, make this thing strobe, make it look cool. Probably throw strobes on the Z too, because I'll be influenced by seeing this car. I don't know what that is, bro. You about to figure out. There's a lot going on here. They gave you heat shrink? What the heck? What, there's more? There's more?
There's everything.
Jeez. All right, so we were stuck for a little bit, didn't know exactly what to do. So I don't know exactly what these are called, but this came with the RGB headlight kit. So here's the OEM one. It's got a little,
module or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's got something on there. It's got something on there that we didn't really know if we have to swap over or whatnot to the new one, because obviously the new one doesn't have it. But what'd you find out?
We just take this electrical paste and then we just kind of put this on to the new ones.
Okay.
And then we keep the factory ones, you know, the regular white they are. So I could just keep that factory, and whenever I want to swap it back out,
yeah,
just unplug it and put that back in.
I have no idea what this is for. If anybody knows, please leave a comment down below, because I do not know what this is for, and neither does he. So I kept saying, let's just take the headlights out of the car. It would be so much easier to do this with the headlights out of the car. For some reason, he just wants to leave the headlights in the car. I gotta swap out the top thing right here, and I think there's another thing to swap out somewhere in the back. Let's go get a little Z update. So we sanded the fiberglass down completely, put some Bondo on it, and we're gonna sand down the Bondo to make sure that the body is perfectly smooth. Done on that side. Also, we have the wheels. So I rebuilt the wheels, we repainted the faces. The faces look a ton better now. We really had to repaint the faces because for the past like 2 years, I was driving around with the faces all scratched up. Little story time, I got the faces powder coated, and then the same shop that was powder coating them mounted the tires on the wheels, and they scratched up the faces mounting the tires on. I was actually kind of pissed because it was a fresh face that got all scratched up. I think it was only like 2 faces that got scratched up, so it wasn't too big of a deal, but now we have nice clean faces. We still have to torque all of the wheels down. They're only hand tight right now. Once they're torqued down, we seal them and then throw some tires on them. I am upping my tire size, so we are gonna have to adjust some fitment, but that is for another day, not today, unfortunately. Turn this way and go back. Keep going, keep going. Oh yeah. Damn, she's seen the daylight again. Keep going. Oh yeah. Get the lights on so we can show you guys. All right, so the bodywork to the Z is done. We deleted the badge. This is nice and flat. We scuffed up everything. Luckily, I only have to paint this little panel. If we had to paint the entire quarter panel, I may have opted to just keep the badge, but because I only had to spray this little of a panel, it's kind of like a why not. Between the wide body and these little trims right here, I just have to paint this little section. Really not bad at all. And then we have to get around to paint correcting this entire car, because this car is absolutely disgusting. I mean, we cleaned off like just the quarter panel, and like, yeah, this paint it's cooked. Let's get this thing masked up, painted real fast. We are still working on the M4 outside. So we got the DRLs pretty much almost finished up, so I'm excited to show you guys that. Also, last night, one of our buddies, Brian, took a little last minute house call and installed strobes on this thing. It looks absolutely sick. Can't wait to get this thing on the ground and show you guys, because now I kind of want to do strobes on that thing whenever it's done though. We got a couple of things to do to this that are a little bit more important, and then we're gonna install strobes. All right, so it's been a couple of days. The Z looks completely different. We buffed this thing, we waxed this thing. It's looking a lot better. There are still some scratches in the paint, which we couldn't get out with just a quick little buff, but we got to get this thing ready, so it is what it is. It's all right. The paint is looking so much better than it did before. The Z is pretty much good to go. We're just finalizing and buttoning up the last couple of things. The M4 is, I think it's all ready to go, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's dirty, but we'll wash it once we get there. These cars are gonna be driving for like 1,500 miles, so they're gonna get dirty on the road. The M4 is actually driving amazing. We'll go over that in just a little bit. Right now, I'm working on the Z. I'm throwing some rock lights on it. After seeing the strobes on this car, I absolutely fell in love, and I had to put strobes on this thing, so I already went ahead and mounted some lights into the fender right here. They kind of designed this fender after the Z-tuned fenders on the R34s, and there was just an empty space right here. So I figured, why not? Let's just throw a light in there, make it strobe a little bit. You really can't see it. It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb or anything. It's black, so it blends in. But when I do turn the strobes on, the light is gonna flash and it's gonna look pretty cool. We got some strobes in the fenders. Now we're throwing some strobes in the front bumper. And then I'm also gonna throw some strobes in the rear bumpers. In the front bumper, I was just trying a few things out. I'm mounting it right back here. Found a little place I could mount it to. I'm gonna run the wires into the engine bay and hopefully it looks cool. It's damn near 10 o'clock and I just finished up with the strobes. I still haven't put everything back. Car's still on the ramps and the wiring's still kind of a mess, but I just want to show you guys what's going on right now so you guys can kind of see the vision. I showed you guys exactly where we mounted the rock lights up front. So I have some rock lights and they're super, super bright, mounted forward facing, so that way they kind of blind you when you're looking at them. Then I also have some rock lights on the back of the car, but they're not facing outwards because there's really nowhere to put it where it would face outwards and it would still be clean. So I put some rock lights just on the back bumper, one over there, one over there. Oh yeah, we can't forget that I also put some lights over here. Now, these lights aren't insanely bright or anything. I just think that they kind of add something to the side of the car. There was a little bit of emptiness going on here, so I figured why not fill it up with this. So if you guys look at it, this light blinks at a separate time than this light. And that is because they're on two completely separate harnesses. The rear rock light is on the same harness as the front rock light. You guys can see when the back lights up, the front lights up as well. These two are connected to the same harness as the light on this side's fender, and then vice versa. It would have been so much easier if I just wired all three of these lights on one harness and made one harness for the right side and then one harness for the left side. When you have strobe modes going on, I thought it would look really cool if there was some separation between the lights. So when that light and that light goes on, this side goes on, and then when these two lights go on, the other side goes on. It adds like a little layer of sauce to it. Let's turn on these lights. I think that's something a lot of people wouldn't do. It did take a lot of extra time. It was a lot of extra steps having to kind of run wires across from each other, but I think it was definitely worth it. Let me get this whole area cleaned up, everything put back together, and let's air out the car and see what everything looks like as a finished product. All right, boys, here is the finished product. So I actually just had to replace the driver's side logo strip. On the way to Gatlinburg last year, my little brother was driving this car, absolutely demolished the logo strip on this side. So we went ahead and replaced it. I did lose the connector to connect the side logo strip to the rear logo strip. So I have to order a new connector. We don't have any logo going on in the rears. It's not the best look, but you know what? We're getting a good example of what we did today. You guys can see the strobes in the back. They're super bright. These are the same rock lights that I have on the truck. I have the rock lights on the rear bumper. I have the rock lights on the front bumper. And on the sides, these are actually motorcycle turn signal lights. I already told you guys how I wired everything up and it looks so freaking good. I'm actually glad that I took the extra time and wired everything separately and kind of made it like different. It's late at night. I'm really tired. It's been a couple days since I've been working on this car along with the M4. You guys already saw what the M4 looked like. The M4 is looking really freaking good. The M4 is pretty much ready to go on the road trip. And now so is the Z. I had the little remote here. I barely even got to play around with it, but with this remote, there's like an up and down and a power button. So the power turns just all the strobes off. Let me actually turn the logo off so you guys can get a better idea of just what the strobes look like. That looks sick. All right, so here's my favorite mode so far. With these arrow buttons, you can kind of just play around with the modes. I actually like that mode a lot too. Now in the front, it's not directly pointing to the ground. So when I'm driving and you're in front of it, I mean, this thing is like kind of blinding. When I'm rolling down the road, I think that's gonna look really cool. Strobes, honestly, for me, serve no function. I'm sure for some people they're functional, but for me, they're not. They're just purely just like a little thing to throw into your car to make it just a little bit cooler. I'm happy with it. With the car all detailed up now though, it is ready for the road trip. I haven't seen this car this clean in so long. Amanda helped me clean out the inside as well. The inside is looking really good. I don't know how I'm gonna pack everything in this car. My 350, 370 guys know that these cars have absolutely no space. Me and Amanda are supposed to pack all our bags for like a week into this car somehow. I have no room. I mean, there's obviously no back seats, and whatever trunk I had, I mean, half of it's gone because of the air setup. So, I mean, it looks cool, but you know, we don't really have that much room for space. It's definitely gonna be a little bit of a mission. That is gonna be a problem in 3 days from now, not right now. But for now, I'm really happy with how everything looks. All I gotta say now is Riverside, we're coming for you. Car's looking good, it's driving good. I will see you guys at Riverside.